Well, let it fall, let it fall. Today I don't plan on going outside at all. No.
And we're back. What's going on, everybody? It's February 28th, 2021, episode 9, The Crelectors. I'm Bridge. This is Rob. Together we are The Crelectors. This is our Poke podcast where we discuss Pokemon cards and the hobby. Check us out across the board on TikTok, Instagram. We're dropping content as much as we can. You can reach out to us over there in the DMs or drop comments below. More than willing to help out anybody, and we appreciate everybody that supported us this far. We took a little break since our last episode, so we got a bunch of stuff to cover. It was a great week. Pokemon Day was yesterday, so let's just jump right into a very important segment titled Pokemon Burnout.
Yeah, so the reason why we didn't post last week was because I texted Ridge, a couple of days before we were supposed to record, and I go, Ridge, I'm burned out. I'm burned out of Pokemon. All I do is Pokemon. I wake up thinking the Tooth Fairy's Pokemon. I think I go outside and I think there's a Charmander behind the bush. I'm too much Pokemon. So, a lot of people get burned out of every hobby they have because, you love it and you want to keep doing it. So I was opening up packs, watching Pokemon content, watching the show, looking up cards, researching all the new sets. I was, Pokemon Day, playing Pokemon Go, playing Pokemon Planet, playing the TCGO. Like, that's a lot of Pokemon. And I do love it. I feel like I'm 4, 5 still. Like I love playing these games. I love collecting the cards, but it just got to the point where I saw Pokemon everywhere. And it's hard because, Pokemon is everywhere right now, especially this year. You got it in McDonald's, you got it in cereal, you got it Pokemon Go, you got it on your phone, you got it on Twitter with, people hyped about the Logan Paul break and all these things. So it's very mainstream right now. So I wanted to kind of take it back a little and turn it off for a little bit, just so I didn't want to completely cut it out. I wanted to, take a step back, maybe play some Pokemon Go a little bit. But other than that, try not to watch videos, try to watch something else. Just because I want to keep doing this. And if I kept going, I literally I would have seen Gengars everywhere, and I would have been haunted by Ghastlies. But the reason why we're pointing this out is because a lot of you are probably feeling this way with, Pokemon being everywhere. So don't think you're going to fall behind in, this craze by taking 5 to 8 days off just to reassess and really think about you're doing this because you like it and not because you want to make money on the graded card you just bought off eBay and it's going down a little bit. That's not what this is about. It's about you loving the Pokemon, loving the universe, and loving everything about it. And right now it's very money centric. And that's what it was happening to me. And it just was becoming too much. So I took a step back, looked at all my cards. I'm happy with what I have, happy that I can keep going and try to find more, but I'm not so centered on making, the most money off this one card that's been sitting in my binder. I'm not focused on selling this for $200 when, I can make my money on it, but not be so fixed on getting that max amount like a lot of people are. So all I did was take a step back and kind of limit myself. And now we're back. And now I'm kind of refreshed and I'm ready to, dive back in with those thoughts in mind and, keep moving forward.
Yeah, I think that it's something that isn't talked enough about. I think it's really important, across the board. Too much of anything is never good. And what should be coming first is your physical and mental health. So if you're putting that over Pokemon cards, you really should just take a step back, reassess. Right now, it feels like you're walking down the street and like everybody and their grandma's like playing Pokemon Go, or like they're out to get my cards and they're waiting in line at Target. It's like chances are grandma's just going to grab some food at Target or like something for her grandkids at Target, you know what I mean? So like taking a step back from it, it is really important because you kind of just like remember, whoa, okay, like Pokemon is big right now, but guess what? There's also a lot of people that it's not even close to on their radar. And when you're engulfed in it, it doesn't feel that way. So taking a break from it is really good. Do you feel better now, Rob? I feel better. I wasn't burnt out when you were burnt out, but I've definitely had feelings like those days in and days out, and ways to cope are just, go do something else, exercise, talk to some of your friends. If
Hmm.
you don't have anybody to talk to, hit us up on Instagram. I will talk to
Yeah.
you all day. You can shoot me a call. I'll give you my personal number, because mental health to me is very important, and that's what this community is for. Is bigger things. It's like being there for each other, helping each other out, stuff like that. So do you feel better, Rob?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel less consumed and more refreshed and happy to get back into it. Um, and I'm not focused so much on obviously the money's good, and the money is a great way to invest into more cards and stuff, but there becomes a time where, cards are selling for 350,000, all like thousands, and you're like, oh my God, if I can work my way up to get these cards and all that stuff. It got to the point where I was about to reach that point where I was chasing more money than better cards that I really like. So that time where I, took a break, I sat down and I was like, I need to chill. I can't keep working up to that. It's too stressful. All I want to do is collect what I like, um, teach about the hobby, speak about the hobby, and create content and all those things. I don't really want to go that route because it is a lot more stressful on the mind, and that's not where I want to go. All I want to
Yeah.
do is, enjoy this instead of making it a sole business on just the money. We'll talk about that later too in another segment, where another, we've been seeing these people only talk about the money of the cards, and that's not what it's about for me. Like, these cards are cool, they're collectible. I wanted to sit on my shelf. I want to look at it all day. This Pikachu card, I literally walk into my office and I look at that card. I'm like, damn, that's sick. Damn, that's sick. Every day, Sandile.
Nice.
Damn, he's sick. Like, that's what I want to say. I don't want to say, oh, I have a $600 card right there. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like the actual card. So,
Well, awesome. I'm
yep.
glad that you feel better. And just to sum it up, I guess don't lose sight of your North Star is what I would say. Don't
Hmm.
forget why you started Pokemon, and it's okay to take a break. It's okay to feel the things that we're talking about. It's completely normal. There's nothing wrong with you. You didn't go down the wrong path. Just take a step back, reassess, do what's best for you. So I think that that's a very important segment. So thank you for that, Rob. I hope that's honestly, I know whoever watches that, whether they think so or not, that is some really good advice. So let's move on to segment two, which is Pokey News, and we got a bunch of it. I mean,
So
where
much.
do we start? We take 1 week off, and I feel like we've been gone for a year. It's crazy. I mean, so much news. So quick recap. I'm not going to dive into too much on the week that we missed, just because we decided to take that week off, and I'm trying to keep these episodes fairly short so people stick with us. So I'll go through a couple bullet points. Big part of that week was Shining Fates dropped. I mean, that's the big obvious one. Our last episode, we were like, we'll let you know what happens. If you guys are curious of how the Crelectors did on Shining Fates, go to our Instagram, at the Crelectors. Uh, you'll be able to check out. I'll just give you a little hint. We did fairly well. Definitely go check out those videos.
Yep.
I hope that you guys were able to get your hands on some stuff. I hope you did well. Looks like the Charizard is in a crazy pull, but there are some sick cards in that. It was super fun to open for us. Um, so moving on, Battle Styles, they announced a Rapidash V-Box. That's getting released fairly soon, May 7th. Gonna be going for about $19.99. That was a big announcement, as well as the Matchless Fighters, I think it's called.
Yep.
They revealed some cards. Blaziken V, Blaziken V Max, Galarian, Slowking V and V Max, as well as the Galarian Legendary Birds. How these will translate over to English is still kind of up in the air. Who knows if some of these might sneak into battle styles, but I'm thinking maybe they'll be more towards maybe a different English set. We're gonna have to keep you posted on that. There's no guarantee. For example, when Shiny V dropped, they had two of the Charizards and Marnie in there, but we didn't see two Charizards or Marnie in our Shining Fates. So that's an example of that. Sometimes the Japanese sets translate over different into English sets. But I'd assume that they're gonna come after battle styles. So that was like a quick recap of the week that we missed. I'm sure there were more things that went over. I just want to pick a couple of the things that I thought were important, cool, stuck out to me, things that I'm excited for, and then we can jump right into this past week. Wow. I mean, stacked crazy. We had Pokemon Day just yesterday, but before we get to that, I just want to give a big shout out to the clubhouse. Um, they did such a great job. They had rooms going all day long that you could hop in, jump on their Discord, watch the first movie with them. They had a room with all the voice actors of Pokemon. I was able to jump in, ask all of them a bunch of questions. Ash was in there, Eevee was in there. Basically, everybody you could think of was in there just sharing their experiences. It was a one of a kind experience, super cool. They had a Logan Paul room, a Post Malone room. It was just really cool. So if you're not on Clubhouse and you want to get on Clubhouse, feel free to go on Instagram or below, comment either I want in on Clubhouse, and you have to be invited onto the app. I currently have 5 invites, and I'd be more than willing to shoot those your way. So let me know. But shout out to all the founders, Kevin, Shirls, Ali, and Drew of the Clubhouse. Keep doing what you're doing. We got mad love for you over here on the Crelector side. So let's jump into this week. Battle Styles build and battle boxes. They're going to be released March 5th, featuring like the typical 4 promos. My favorite is the Houndoom. There's also going to be an Artillery, Cherum, and a Bronzong, I think. Um, and so that's cool. The first partners binders, they've been dropped already previously this week. There's 2 versions, so be careful. There's one that comes if you're buying like from a third party. Just be aware that there are 2 versions. One will come with the Pikachu jumbo card and the binder, which I was actually able to get my hands on. See how good. I'm not gonna try too long. See if I can get a good glimpse of it. Oh wait. Oh, sorry, I lied. My Pikachu's in the binder. I took it and put it in the binder, so sorry about that. False alarm. But that's the one that comes just with the Pikachu Jumbo. That's going to go for $9.99 retail. There is one that also comes with some packs in it, being Steam Siege, Rebel Clash, and Vivid Voltage. Those are going to be going for $19.99. Some people have said that they're exclusive to certain stores. I'm not 100% on that, but just keep an eye out for both in your retail stores. And if you're buying third party, be aware that there are 2 and ask questions from the seller.
I believe. Hold on. I believe that isn't it Target exclusive?
I do not know about that.
I'm 98% sure it's a Target exclusive, and I think you can tell by the UPC code on the barcode. It has a specific UPC on it. So I believe that is on Poke Beach. I'll, while I'm editing this, I'll go and look back and see if that's true, and then I'll, post it on here. But I think that's Target, and I think you can tell by the UPC code. So if that is it, and you buy it from a third party, that's how you can see if they took the packs out or not. when you buy it from a local or when you buy it from a third party. Just wanted to say that, so just to clear it up a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, I just didn't know for
Hmm.
100%,
I
so
think
I
it
didn't
is.
want to put that out there. But yeah, check that out. I mean, you guys can do your own research too, but at least now you know that there are two versions. I didn't know, if I'm being completely honest. There was so much going on. It's
Hmm.
hard been to keep up with the news. But the jumbo cards are sick. The Pikachu is awesome. The binder is
Yeah.
awesome. I'm sold. I love
Hmm.
it. I'm in. Count me in. I'm chasing all those big packs all day, every day. All right, so video games, we had a huge week. Wow, like this, you gotta put like a big wow on the screen right now. Let's go. Ridge is pumped. These are some sick announcements that we're gonna get into. So where do we start? Let's go right into the Sinnoh region, which a couple of the games are gonna be based in, but I'm talking about Pokemon Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond. They did it. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of rumors that they were gonna remake Diamond and Pearl, and everybody was like really excited for it. At least from my end, from what I've been hearing around the hobby, I love that game. That game is awesome. It's so much fun. So congrats to my diehard Sinnoh fans out there. You guys got what you were looking for. So I was looking at some of the clips. They kind of remind me of like an Animal Crossing visual style.
Yep.
Like it starts in the house and it looks just like an Animal Crossing house. You come out, the town kind of looks like Animal Crossing. It's rumored to be a faithful remake, so it should be very similar to the OG storyline wise, which is cool. I appreciate that. I like that. And it's gonna be directed by Mr. Masuda, I think his name is. He worked on the OG. I'm pretty positive about that. So I have trust in him. He does a good job with directing video games. But Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, I'll be playing it. I'm picking that up 100%. I can't wait. Some really good starters in that. And yeah, any extra thoughts on that game, Rob?
So Pearl and Diamond, I didn't finish when I was younger, so completely I didn't completely finish those games. So I don't know like the end of it. I don't know, that memory of Diamond and Pearl, like it's almost not existing if I'm gonna be honest. Um,
I remember doing mad like mining in that game. They added that in. You could go like into caves and
oh
mine and
really?
stuff. Yeah,
That game just doesn't. I don't
it
remember
didn't
it.
resonate.
But I'm excited because of that reason, because I don't remember it. So like I
It's
can
gonna,
play it. It's gonna be fresh.
yeah.
And all of these games we're gonna list the other two as well, but I have to get a Switch. I have like
You, dude, come on,
there's no other way.
come
I
on.
have to.
There's no other way. You have
Yeah.
no choice, bro.
this They've made me like not even think about it. Like I'll just go buy it on my credit card like tomorrow or something. Like I have
Yeah,
to get this. I have to play these games.
there's no question. I mean, I agree. Luckily enough, I already pulled the trigger on that mid coronavirus. So I was like, all right, if we're staying in the house all day, I'm gonna I'm gonna buy a Switch. And I got back into Sword and Shield. This was probably early COVID. Uh, One of the better decisions. You won't regret it. It's a
Hmm.
great console. I love it. So let's jump into the next game, Pokemon Snap. So we've known this isn't new. We knew that they were doing a remake, but they kind of just released a lot of information that I want to go over. So it's going to be based in I'm pretty sure this is a new region, at least to me.
Hmm.
The Lentil region it's called. It's supposedly a bunch of islands and the ecosystems vary from island to island. So the way that the game's gonna work is like the more that you research a course, the higher level you're gonna get, and at the higher levels that you reach throughout the game, you're gonna be able to have different reactions from the Pokemon. So that's really cool. And each snapshot is gonna get a score on a 4-star scale. So if your Pokemon's just chilling there looking at you, he's probably gonna get a 1 star. If he's doing some crazy Charizard's like doing his flamethrower or something, he's probably gonna get a 4. And there are different ways that you can react with the Pokemon. Playing a Melody, using an Illumina orb, it's gonna cause certain reactions out of Pokemon. And it's similar. That's how the original was too. You could throw like berries, I think, or rocks at Pokemon, and that's how you got a cool reaction and take the picture. It's gonna be really cool. You're gonna be able to share these pictures of your Pokemon that you create with everybody across the world, and I think that that's really cool. There's gonna be an editing part. That's awesome. You're gonna be able to like mess with the lighting. So Rob, you'll probably like that a lot because you're a camera guy. You can add some like little stickers on top of it.
Mhm.
One other thing that I thought was cool, they introduced your new rival. His name's Phil, and there's an unannounced traveling companion with them. I don't know if that's gonna be like his partner that he's got with them, but they didn't really release that. I couldn't figure that out. I don't know if you have any guesses to who that would be. I couldn't put the pieces of the puzzle together. If you do have an idea of who that's gonna be, leave it in the comments below, and we
Yep.
can continue that conversation. Anything you want to add on for Pokemon Snap?
So Pokemon Snap, I have a vivid memory of this game. This is one of the. I
Nice.
think this Pokemon Snap might have been the game that started it all. I don't
Ooh,
know if it was that or if it was. Which one did I play? Did I play? I
I
played
was I was Fire Red and Leaf Green. That was my big one.
Mine might have
Fire
been
Red.
yellow.
Nice.
I think mine might have been yellow, and then I got fire fire red.
There you go.
I think it was yellow. Uh,
Sick.
but yeah, I remember this game vividly. I just watched Rev play it a couple weeks ago too, and I'm
Nice.
like, the nostalgia, bro. It's like the cards is one thing, but playing the game and like experiencing the game again is like you have to throw a rock into the
Waterfall.
was it
The little
the
whirlpool. It went
whirlpool
down.
and then
And
a
then, like
Dragonite.
Dragonite came
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
dude,
remember
that was
that.
epic. Yeah.
Or you had to throw a rock at the Squirtle. The Squirtle went up the mountain, hit the Mankey. The Mankey then transported down onto a button. Then you had to like hit him or something, and then you went to like a
Yeah.
secret area. So that game,
That was epic,
it's
bro.
it's just gonna be filled with nostalgia. It's just gonna be filled with little secrets. Uh, the newer you know, the newer Switch games, and Snap. It's gonna be, if you haven't gotten into Pokemon, back into Pokemon since all this craze, I think this game is gonna bring a lot more people into Pokemon. Maybe not the cards, maybe not collectability, the collectibles or anything, but the game itself. I think that this game will bring in even more people if they haven't gotten reeled in, since the explosion of Pokemon again.
Yeah, I think that that goes for a lot of these games, especially this next one. Legend of Arceus is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
This thing is gonna be awesome, dude. I mean, I can't wait. Oh yeah, wait, just to go back before I forget. Diamond and Pearl, I believe, is end of 2021. They didn't release a specific date. There's definitely a snap date out. I don't have it on here. Um,
April 30th, I think.
Nice, Rob. And then Legends of Arceus isn't gonna be till 2022. So we have
Mhm.
time on this. But I'm so hyped. I am so hyped. All right, so you guys gotta go YouTube Legend of Arceus if you haven't seen it yet. It is amazing. It's gonna take place in Sinnoh, but pre Diamond and Pearl. In fact, it's gonna be pre Pokemon training, pre Pokemon League, like a whole nother era that we really haven't seen. And on top of that, the visuals on these are gonna be like fusing with RPG elements, which we have not gone to in Pokemon yet. It's been mostly like, I mean, even going back to OG games of like the Pac-Man little digital do to where we are with to Sword and Shield, which is a big leap and everything in between. But even to go from Sword and Shield to this open world like Zelda visuals is a big jump, and I think that a lot of people, it's good. That's again gonna open up a new world of gamers and bring them into Pokemon because some people just specifically like those type of games. The goal of this is you're supposed to survey, research the wild, and essentially create the region's first Pokedex. So it's really cool, and the whole like aspect of catching and battling Pokemon is a little different. Like you gotta like sneak through this tall grass and like sneak up on uh Pokemon that's like free roaming, and then aim and throw your Pokeball at it. So it's a little more tactical, which is really cool because like in the game that we've seen, you just run into the Pokemon and then you're in a battle. So this is gonna open up a whole new style of play. Um, I'm super pumped about it, and let's talk about the starters, which a lot of people aren't too pumped about. Cyndaquil, Oshawott, Rowlet, uh, and obviously Cyndaquil and Typhlosion are gonna be the forefront favorite, 100%. In my opinion, the other two don't get the respect they deserve, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why I think that Pokemon did a great job of picking these starters. Typhlosion, the Honey Badger, the Volcano Pokemon, right? Decidueye, the Owl Archer Pokemon. uh Samurott is the Sea Lion Samurai Pokemon. So if we're just going back to a time where like civilization isn't that crazy and like we're going old school, what are some really cool old school things? Volcanoes, samurais, and archers. So like I did a little digging. We mentioned that in Clubhouse. Shout out Clubhouse to some of the people. I kind of built on that little theory, and I thought that that was really cool. So, like, maybe that's where Pokemon was going with it. Also, we get Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle all the time. We get Pikachu all the time. So, I think that it's really cool that they went in a different direction. This is a game that's going to be using old starters from previous games, and they picked a different array of starters. And I think that, I'm hoping that people put a little more respect on the evolution chains of Oshawott and Rowlet because I think they deserve it. And last but not least, the legend himself, Arceus, who's believed to have shaped everything in this Pokemon world, is going to be the legendary Pokemon of this game. How he impacts it, we're going to have to wait and see. But I am pumped for this. I cannot wait. Take it away, Rob.
So this was my
amped,
favorite. This is this was my favorite announcement. One, it's an RPG style game. It's kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild vibes. I want it to be very story driven. There are so many Pokemon games where it is gym, battle, train, all these things. I really hope that this goes really into the lore of Pokemon and how it started. With Arceus being kind of like the god of Pokemon, the creator of Pokemon. There's a lot of room for them to explain, like you were saying, explain how Pokemon and the world got to where it is today. And going deep into the lore pre-Pokemon, pre-trainers, pre-gyms, and all those things, it's going to be super, like, I hope they nail it. And Pokemon always does. And to add on to your starter theory, I think that's 100% true. I am so happy that this type of game did not get Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. It would be too basic. It would be not creative at all. I'm surprised and also relieved that they didn't go with Charizard in that spot because he's a dragon. But they also just do dragon everything. All the good Pokemon, all the great Pokemon are dragons. So like I'm very happy that they didn't go that route. They easily could because, you know, the pre-era dragons, dinosaurs, like, you know what I mean? Like, it could have happened. Yep. But it's going to be very cool to see the world pre-gyms, pre-trainers. I don't know why they waited this long to do this game, because I feel like they could have implemented this 5-10 years ago. But, you know, now we have the opportunity to get this game and to learn, not so much speculate a lot of things, and hopefully they, you know, put things into canon where, like, you know, the Charizard was like this badass Pokemon in, you know, pre-Sinnoh era, or Blastoise, or all these, you know, first starter Pokemon, like, show off who they were before there were trainers and before they had interactions with humans and stuff. It's going to be cool. I hope it's like a movie type game where it's like very story driven, cutscenes, a lot of action, all those things, where Arceus comes in and like says like, you're the first one of your, like, you're gonna create the Pokédex, and you're gonna be the scribe of Pokemon, and you're gonna take down, record all these things. You're the chosen one to do all these things. That would be awesome. I can't wait for that game. I didn't play Breath of the Wild, but I've watched it. I know how it is. And Nintendo and Pokemon, they're gonna nail this, and I really hope they do like a story driven, like I said, because it's gonna be so different, and it's just gonna be fun. I'm as psyched as you are.
I'll say this: we're talking about Burnout. We're gonna have to take a good 2 weeks off where I'm going to play Legend of Arceus, and I'll be like,
No,
peace
we'll
out.
stream it. We'll stream it.
Ridge is going on vacation. I'll be back in a couple months, guys. But yeah, I am super pumped. And quick ad lib, I don't have this on the doc, Rob, but I did want to touch on Post Malone concert was epic. It was sick. I love the animation. Just Post Malone jamming out like some real raw like added vocals where it wasn't just they took the original song and threw it on there. Like he was ad-libbing it himself. You felt the emotion. It was really well done. I don't want to give too much away in case you guys haven't seen it, but I highly, 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 highly suggest that you go check it out. YouTube, on the Pokemon's YouTube. It's got to be still up there. It's about 15 minutes long. It's not too long. Some people complained about that. Not me. I understand how hard it is to come up with that animation, how much money that is, how much time that takes. And then on top of all of that, the fact that this is free, so Pokemon's just eating the bill on that. I'm not expecting a 30-minute free animated concert. The fact that we got an animated concert for free at all is amazing. So I'm glass half full type of guy. So for me, it was awesome. And then at the end of that concert, they announced that they're going to be doing a couple more. J Balvin, I believe, is next, and then Katy Perry will be coming up. So this is going to be a regular thing. Some cool animated live concerts, something else to look forward to. As far as Poke News goes, I think that's going to wrap it up. I just want to plug us in a little bit here. Instagram, TikTok, please, please, please go check us out over there. It helps us out so much. We're trying so hard to grow our platforms. We're releasing content. We love to interact with you guys over there. So check those out. Follow, like, subscribe. We follow people back. If you guys also have a awesome Pokemon page, reach out to us. We're willing to do collabs. We're coming up on episode 10 soon. After that, I know that we're probably going to be looking into getting some guests on here, so hit us up for sure. And then we're going to get into our last segment. Thank you for sticking along with us this far. Hope we're adding some value to your day or some good entertainment. Segment 3, Logan Paul break review. Rob, take it away. Let's go.
Okay, so I'd like to state that I am a Logan Paul fan. I do like Logan Paul. From what he's done in the last couple years and the content he's put out, I like his content. I don't like Jake Paul. I'm just gonna go out and say that I don't like Jake Paul, but I really like Logan Paul, and the content that he's bringing. Like I said, but let's review the pulls of the Logan Paul box break. 2 Charizards. They had great centering. They're potentially $350,000+ cards. You get that pedigree if it's a PSA 10. Then you got 2 Raichus, you got a Mewtwo, you got Venusaur, Blastoise, you got like 37 Chanseys.
3 Chanseys. That was crazy.
Yeah, if all of you guys have not seen base set and all those older boxes, they were guaranteed 12 holos. Charizard wasn't like a super hard card to pull. No. Is kind of guaranteed every box. He got 2. You can even get up to 3. It's just a hollow pull out of the 12. It wasn't like a rare VMAX shiny card that's like a 1 in 1,000 chance to get a rainbow rare Pikachu. It wasn't like that back then. It was just you get 12 hollows in a box, pretty much average, and then any of those hollow slots could be any hollow that's in the box. So he got 2 of them. And they looked awesome. All of the holographics looked awesome. So those are probably going to be, in circulation soon. Some of them, I guess. I don't know if the people that bought it can afford the packs are gonna sell them. I mean, they probably can afford to just keep those cards and sit on them because they do represent, you know, a time in Pokemon where it's very popular. He's opening up, you know, these $1 million boxes. Like, it is a point in Pokemon where it's like iconic.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from Logan. It is an iconic time where he opens up these very expensive boxes, pulls these very expensive cards, offers them to everyone, auctions them off, and it's just it's an event. So it does hold that value. Other than the great pulls, it was just the same, you know, event as the first one. There was really nothing different. He did like fly out 3 people to open their packs because they've won it by buying his NFT, which I'll get on after this. It was fun to watch. Every first edition base set you watch is going to be fun to watch. But it was just the same. It wasn't really different. There were commercials about cryptocurrency and like everyone's business, which I get. You paid $30,000, you should be able to, you know, shout out your business or shout out your cryptocurrency, whatever you're doing. But it was just a lot of it, which, you know, if you're a genuine collector and you're watching, you know, more for the cards than for the amount of money pulled, like, it kind of got boring. And then the NFTs and the cryptos, I'm a believer in crypto. I don't know too much about crypto, but like, anything can change and new things can come. And I'm not gonna say like it's a you know, it's a scam or anything. I'm not knowledgeable enough in that area to say that. But every single card almost was like, the shout out was like crypto this, crypto that, bond leave, NFT, bond leave, grab my NFT, all these things. Which, I mean, he sold out of all those NFTs. NFTs are still iffy for me. They're digital, they're non-fungible something like that. Non-fungible tokens.
Non-fungible tokens.
Fungible, there we go. And what that means is it's a digital card pretty much. So like that Pikachu card, you can buy it and you have the right of it online. And there's like 1 out of 2,000 of them. And like if you own it, no one else is going to own it out of those 2,000. And then you can buy and sell those and everything. It's a cool concept. I don't personally, you know, like it because I'd rather have the card right here than like on my screen. And then I'm sure there's going to be ways around it in the future. So I don't know. To me, it's like, I don't care too much about it. And then what does this opening of the first edition base set booster box mean for the hobby? So I think vintage will, you know, go up a little bit. You follow this hype. People might want these cards because they've seen them maybe for the first time. Maybe they saw the Chansey and they want the Chansey now. That's all I can think of. But I don't think the hobby's already hyped up a lot. I don't think it's going to, you know, keep hyping it up and it's going to go to astronomical prices, especially modern cards. I see everyone complaining about Logan Paul bringing up all these modern card prices. It's the lack of product mostly and more people coming into the hobby. And, you know, he might be helping with more people coming into the hobby, but there is still like, there's no product. There's a lack of product and that's the main reason. So, you know, it might get a little bit crazier, but it's not going to like, there's nothing going to explode. If you're buying a card and you see someone charging $150 more because Logan Paul made a box break, recorded a box break, and that's going to automatically bring up the value of this random modern day card. It's just, that's not going to happen. So it is what it is. And then the last thing I'd like to say before I hand it off to Ridge and his thoughts, when he pulled every single holo, there was another guy that was just sitting there, just spitting out prices of the cards. And they may have been accurate, but I don't care if the Chansey is 50K. I care that he pulled the Chansey. Like, the Chansey's cool. Like, tell me the pop report of that card, because I want to know the pop report.
It's like 47.
Not because
Say 10.
I don't care if it's a $50,000 card. He pulled 3 of them every time. 50,000, 50,000. He even said, he was like, nah, my kids are into the cards. All I care about is the money. And at that point, I really wish I know he's friends with a lot of PokeTubers and a lot of people in the hobby. I wish there were the PokeJew, Leonhart, any of those people that were like, that would have been like so psyched to see that card get pulled, rather than a guy just sitting there, 50K, 100K,
Yeah, and
80K.
and then drop some like background knowledge about that Pokemon, or like a story about like how they had one and their dog ate it. Yeah, not a guy that was like 50K. Yeah, hiking it up. I mean, the guy, when the Charizards got pulled, he was like $750,000. It's like, bro, they're sitting at like 400, and that's gracious, honestly. And like, the only difference on this, if it gets a 10, is that Logan Paul stamp, and that's not gonna double the price. Like, let's be real about it. He was a hype man. Maybe for some entertaining, maybe for others annoying. You choose which side you stand on that. And overall, I'm like indifferent to the Logan Paul break. I don't hate Logan Paul. I don't love Logan Paul. I didn't even know who Logan Paul was before he opened a first edition box. So like, for me, I don't have like negative feelings like that. But yeah, I agree with you on the fact that like I was missing that wholesomeness to like a true collector or Pokemon enthusiast. Like, it was definitely getting money vibes. And again, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. I appreciate making money too. I'm not gonna, if someone hands me free money, I'm not gonna say no. Let's put it like that. And the NFTs, that's kind of something completely different, whether I believe in that or not. We're here to talk Pokemon, so I'll keep it to that. One thing that really rubbed me the wrong way was the last, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to give him any type of clout, but the last person to get the last pack in that break is not a good dude. Like, he just isn't. That's a fact. Like, and you can say that based off of actions. It's not just an opinion of mine. When you're hyping up things that are not valued at those prices and flipping stuff and making up stories of things being rare and lying and cheating, and it's just, that's not what Pokemon is about. Like, if you know anything about Pokemon, it's about doing it the right way, being honorable, being respectful, working hard, not cheating the system, double crossing people. He's a Team Rocket. That's what he is. And I'm not going to say his name, but I was not happy to see that he was involved at all. And that's going to sum up my Logan Paul review. That's all I have to say on that. Any mic drop. Any other thoughts for this episode? I think we're running a little long on this, Rob. I would like to end it unless you got anything else going.
No, we can end it there. We hit all the things that we wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it.
Sick. All right, so that's gonna do it for us. Sorry it ran long. Hopefully you guys were able to be entertained enough to stick with us all the way to the end. My name's Raj. Wow, I did such a great job the entire episode, and then now my name is Raj. My name's Raj. This is Rob. Together we are the Crelectors, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.